So how did I get my pictures from looking like this to this? Let me break it down in 3 simple steps. Step 1, study the equipment you're working with. Now, this seems like a no-brainer, but sometimes you actually have to go above and beyond and actually study the equipment you're working with. Now let's use my camera for example. I've got a Fujifilm X-T3. Now this bad boy is a very, very good camera, especially for pictures. Especially in today's society, especially within photography, there are different types of pictures you can make. Sharp photos, aesthetically pleasing photos. So this goes very much in hand with when you study your camera. Especially with something like this, different shutter speeds give you different results. Different lighting give you different results. But you're not going to know how to do that unless you study the camera you're working with. So that's step 1. Now step 2. Study the software that you want to work in. This goes hand in hand with step 1, because even if you're someone who simply likes taking photos for the fun of it and you just like the photos as they come straight out of the camera or as they come straight out of your phone, you never know what you can do until you experiment. Maybe you like the way things look at different shutter speeds, different light levels. You won't be able to do that unless you know how to properly edit your photos. Whether you use Photoshop, whether you use Lightroom, even if you just use the simple editing software that you get straight out of your phone. If you want to experiment, if you want to have different results gauged to a wider audience, you're not going to be able to do that unless you study your software. So that's step 2. And so for the third and final step, it's just practice. Now you've probably heard this before and it probably comes as a no-brainer, but people don't actually understand the importance of practice until it's time for you to maybe show up for a client, or maybe you want to show off to your friends and you're not getting the results that you want. But that only comes with practice. Practice in busy environments, practice at, sports, fashion, maybe you and your friends are just hanging out and you just want to test something. Ask your friend to be your photography guinea pig. I'm sure they'll have no problem supporting you in what you're trying to do, and they'll probably even find it fun for themselves. But practice, practice, practice. That's the only way you're going to be able to get to where you want to photography wise. Follow me for more.